and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome. This is the Gfinity Dota 2 Pro League. I'm back again. My name is Joe, the show Sturker, and welcoming you, I should say. Hello, Mr. Durker. How you doing?
Not bad, yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
I got here just in the nick of time.
Yeah.
Let's get this game underway sometime soon.
You took my role from last week where I turned up about 5 minutes before the games were about to start, but it's all good, it's all good. Durker, we've got some great games here for you tonight.
We really do.
Oh, yes. Starting off tonight, we've got Fnatic versus Go Power Rangers.
Did you have to?
Yeah.
You really had to.
I really had to. So that's going to be an awesome game. That's coming up very shortly. The players are in the lobby. I'm even in the lobby.
Everyone's in the lobby.
Yeah, we're ready to go. So that's coming up very shortly.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic, they've not been on really great form as of late, but PR are the complete opposite. They have been burning hot. They've been taking down, you know, the giants. They've been taking down lots and lots of people. Fnatic, they show these sort of bursts of ingenuity and innovation in Dota 2. You can see they change the metagame every 3 or 4 months. They come out with these picks that no one thinks about, and then they slowly but surely, you know, lose their momentum. Other teams learn how to play against them. They pick up the strats that Fnatic make up and play them better than they do. So they've definitely got this very creative playstyle, very creative players, but they just need to try and find out how to hold that.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm favouring Fnatic going into this game, but I'm obviously getting the feeling that you're digging a bit of PR this game, a bit of Power Rangers.
Oh, definitely, and they've got Scandal standing in. Scandal is one of my all-time favourite players. In the past 6 months or so, he hasn't been that great. He has fallen out of form quite a lot. But his solo mid-play a year and a half ago, was, you know, he was the top dog. There was Dendy, and then there was people pitting Scandal to be the new Dendy.
Oh, really? Oh, well, there you go. Learned something new today. It's like same we was talking about a lot with P and Flax last week. Is obviously like for me and P Flax, like our sort of knowledge base was UK Dota. So it's nice to have someone at the helm who has that sort of knowledge. But anyway, we're going to get ourselves into the picks now. So awesome production values. We're going to see you guys, and we're going to go into pick mode.
And it is Hani, so that is Hani. But he just had a funny little name. Decided to change it at the last second.
Your little panic's over. Don't worry.
I'm fine now. Ember Spirit, Wisp, banned out, Ancient Apparition, and AA is one of these picks that the CIS, Ukrainian, Russian teams do love to play. The ultimate potential in the team fights from him is immense. And an interesting thing what they like to do, they don't buy too many support items on him, so they play him in sort of a 4 role a la Alliance, where AGM plays that, you know, 3.5, 4 role where he gets farm. They sit him on a lane where he just launches ultimates out every 30 seconds and he farms an Aghanims. So you end up with a support AA who does decently in the laning phase, but turns into some sort of pseudo carry by the 25-35 minute mark.
The AA has been really good recently. He's actually really starting to come through. And exactly, so that ult has just been absolutely destroying teams recently. He's really been coming into play recently. First pick up for Power Rangers is Nyx Assassin. What do you think of that?
People really do prioritize this hero over so many others. He's decent on the off lane. He can sustain because of his carapace, blocking out stuns and attack damage. He has that ability to go invisible and gang lanes, because when you play Nyx mid, it's very obvious when he's left the lane. It's very obvious when he's moving out to gang. But on the off lane, you don't know if he's hiding in the trees, if he's gone back to base. There's so many possibilities for him to make movements and have some dynamic plays. So PR picking that up first. Fnatic, banning out Invoker themselves. They do like to play that hero on Honey. But recently they've shifted him into sort of tankier heroes so he can sustain in the team fights rather than being this all-or-nothing burst hero.
Definitely. So he's definitely a bit of an interesting sort of selection now, I suppose. Invoker not being picked up straight away there. Even last week we didn't see Invoker that much. So
Fnatic definitely taking their time over this. They do like playing Luna. Hani plays an excellent Luna. He goes for Mask of Madness on that and just demolishes creep camps, creep waves, split pushes the hell out of the map.
What are they going to pick? They were digging into their time already.
Did you catch one of Fnatic's last games? They picked Meepo up as a support.
Oh, really? That's big.
Yeah, it worked really well for the first 20 minutes, but they were up against Na'Vi, and Na'Vi built 3 or 4 Black Daggers, and they just turned the game completely, started getting pickoffs here and there. And Meepo is one of these really unusual heroes who really does peak and trough at unusual times of the game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, once he hits level 3, 4, he's pretty damn strong. He's got a couple of Meepos, XP per minute, GPM goes through the roof. A few nice little moves they did was he could go and de-ward and then poof back to one of his Meepos without being caught out.
So first pick up there by Fnatic is the Life Stealer.
One of Era's favourite heroes, most definitely one he succeeds on very often, and Trixie's Nature's Prophet. They're definitely going for a, an old tried strat here.
I'm doing some lifestealer bombs, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
The Infest, always a nice little pick up there. Quick pick up there by Power Rangers, picking up Disruptor and banning out Buck.
Yeah, they're trying to limit the mobility that Lifestealer can have, like you said. With that Nature's Prophet, he can infest into him. So they might be looking to ban out Storm Spirit next.
Yep.
He is a very annoying hero to deal with, but Disruptor and Nyx, these are two very early... It's hard to say now early, mid-game, late game, because those are misnomers now. Because the game shifts so dynamically, it's hard to actually give names to periods of the game.
Yeah.
Because the laning phase, that used to mean the first 10-15 minutes of the game, where people were sitting on the lanes and farming. Now the laning phase can be anything between 2 minutes and 30 minutes.
Exactly, yeah. The dynamics of the game just changed so much, especially recent patch updates as well. Yep. Clockwork getting banned up there, so obviously locking out that potential off-laner there.
Yeah, Nyx and Disruptor good at locking people down, catching them out. Glimpse is such an amazing skill. And once again, Disruptor, a hero that the CIS teams love to pick up.
Definitely enough. Fnatic obviously countering that, banning out the Darkseer. A lot of offlaners, potential offlaners getting banned out straight away. Really sort of, limits what they can really run in these offlanes now.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I mean, Darkseer obviously decent against the Lifestealer, can limit the farm he gets, but once Lifestealer hits level 2, 3, 4, his Feast, his Open Wounds do allow him to open up that lane, gain an advantage over the Darkseer. It just depends on what supports come out now from Fnatic.
Gonna find out very soon indeed. Fnatic really taking the time. We said it already, they're eating into their reserve time, only 40 seconds left of that. Thinking, for this game though, I'm still digging Fnatic's team so far. I'm a big fan of Nature's Prophet. I like what he can do. He's got a lot of mobility, early game as well for those early game ganks. Really transforms into late game as well.
Well, Fnatic like to play this very dominant game style where they win their lanes, they move into the 30-minute mark with some big items, and then they slow push you and siege you back into your base. CIS teams like Power Rangers, Empire, Rockskiss are the complete opposite, where they like to go for dynamic movement, constantly try and spam their spells as often as possible, and get kills here and there. Lion picked up now by Fnatic. I wonder. It could be a support. We have seen No-Tail play Lion quite often in the recent past, but I would like to see that switch back to the solo mid.
Yeah, I mean, especially recently. I mean, what do you fancy Lion's chances against Storm Spirit mid? He's got the Mana Sap, he's got a big stun.
Oh, very good chances. It's one of those really old school matchups where you would see Lion, Storm, Shadow Fiend, solo mid. Those were the 3 core solo mids. I'm talking 2.5, 3, 4, Dota 1 years. But they were core 1v1 matchups at mid, and Lion used to be a very, very strong hero at solo mid. Basically because his Impale, you can target it up the hill into the fog and try and harass your opponent that way. Mana Drain and Hex are great when Storm Spirit wants to try and initiate on you, or tries to run away from you. And Finger of Death, obviously an incredible skill when you move off the lane.
Early game as well.
Oh, Witch Doctor.
Witch Doctor again, somebody you just never used to see this guy, but all of a sudden he's become really big. Like that casket, we've all been there where we just keep getting completely gridlock stunned by that casket, bouncing back and forth, no one can move. It really can make massive difference to those team fights if we haven't got the BKBs up. And also, do you know an interesting fact?
What's that, Joe? Please do tell me.
In terms of betting as well, on the Dota 2 Lounge, Fnatic currently on 62% odds against PR's 38%.
Okay, well, I would have been a part of the 38%.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's...
let's see how this goes.
But I think obviously it's one of those things because Fnatic's obviously, you almost want to say it's like an esport home brand now. That they're really well recognised. I mean, even I like their Facebook page. They did like a big competition ages ago to get they got loads of people to... But anyway, that's... I think that's where that's coming from at the moment. But like you said, PR done a lot of upsets recently, and I like fancying both sides at the moment. Still, I must admit, I'm liking the Power Rangers pickup team so far. I'm liking Night Stalker as well. That's somebody you don't see too much.
Night Stalker is an excellent pickup against these 2 squishy supports. He's going to be great at diving in behind towers onto Lion and Witch Doctor, silencing them, getting that Void off, which will take off a third or half of their HP in the early levels. And that brings me back to a point I was going to make about Witch Doctor. He has a very low HP pool, but he does make up for it with his move speed and attack damage. So he's great at harassing on the lane because he can keep up with the enemy hero, hit them down, and obviously his Cask and Maledict to do a lot of damage if coupled up with Lifestealer and Lion. But I think what they're going to do here, run the Storm Spirit solo safe lane. We've seen that a bit in recent times. Get the early Orchid, then he can roam around the map looking for Nature's Prophet, looking for the supports, find pickoffs, whilst they have Nyx and Disruptor holding their own, maybe behind the Night Stalker, well, in the mid game. But NS probably solo mid, and now we might look for a secondary support or an offlaner, depending on how they want to run this lineup for Power Rangers. And Lion is going to be solo mid, I'm pretty sure.
And there's the Bat Rider. Interesting their pickups there for our Power Rangers then, so we need to get ourselves in game now and find out exactly what they're going to be doing.
Bat Rider is a great pickup against Chen, because Chen's main strength is his ultimate. And if you can lock him down for long enough, take him out of the fight, force him to use it just to save himself. Because obviously he wants to use it when 4 of his teammates are on low health to maximize the healing output. But if you lock him down, that's just not a possibility. So no tail on that Chen, Fly on the Witch Doctor. Hani will most likely be playing that Lion, Trixie on the Nature's Prophet, and Era on the Lifestealer. And over on the Power Rangers.
So you're gonna do this, So on the Nyx Assassin, we're gonna have you're gonna have to help me out here. So is that PR on the Nyx Assassin?
We've got J4. That's J4.
J4.
It's the last.
Oh yeah.
ESFX is their sponsor, PR is their clan tag, and then the last bit is their name.
Right, I'm with you.
I should have done PR and you should have done Fnatic. I think that would have been easier for you.
Oh my god, he's doing Fnatic.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Joe.
Sorry, I got like how many people watching laughing. I mean, who's this guy?
Do you want to go and do Fnatic now and then pretend I never did it?
No, you might as well just do it.
Okay. Inside we have Scandal on that Storm Spirit. It looks like he's heading towards solo mid, so I'm being proved to be incorrect. Then we have FNG F-God on that Nyx. We have Cheshire Cat on the Bat Rider. Where's he gone? Up on top lane. Then we have Moon on the Night Stalker and J4 on that Disruptor.
Interesting lineup so far. And of course, see straight away we've got No Tail, Fly and Error going on top lane there. Just to get those wards down.
Any sentries on this side of Fnatic? No, it doesn't look like there are, but I think they know that ward is there. Nice sentry placed down there, blocking that pull camp.
So that's going to help them control the lane there. They know it's there, it's being pinged. Quite a bit.
30 seconds to battle.
Lots of pings coming out here. I think the Bat Rider being told that maybe or noting himself, maybe he should have put it further to the east. But he does spot out the support, and this is going to be really good. He's going to see the rotation from the supports, so he knows when he can be safe. I'm just wondering how long he's going to stay in this lane, because there's kill potential here for the Lion, Witch Doctor, and Lifestealer. So maybe he goes for level 2, 3, then goes into the jungle, tries to get that Blink Dagger around the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, if he can get an early Blink Dagger, that's also going to be catastrophic, especially for taking down, like you said earlier, the Chen as well. That's going to be big. Illusion Rune top.
Oh, Chen finding an Illusion Rune. I think there's only one better rune for Chen, that would be a DD.
You can use the illusions aggressively then.
I wonder what exactly he's going to try and do here. Decent block from Scandal, but better block from Hani, and that's going to be really vital in the laning phase here. Hani with his Lion up against Storm. Look at those illusions going straight for the harassment onto Scandal. But dual laning here. Nyx and Storm up against the Lion. This swings things completely the other way.
It certainly does, I wasn't expecting that at all. Straight on top, I got a Bat Rider now going aggressive, the Napalm. But like you said, Fly really, sort of getting that harassing straight away. He's not got bad base damage actually, the Witch Doctor. You've got 58 base damage. It's not terrible for level 1.
It's in the top 50% definitely. It's definitely pretty good for an intelligent support hero.
I just want to see how Trixie's going to get on bottom lane, that Nature's Prophet. I think he's got his work cut out from going against a Disruptor.
Well, he does the standard thing, blocking up the creep camps here. Magic Bush. That's the Magic Bush spot, Joe, right there where he's put his tree in. And blocking the other one up here. So there's no pulls, no pull-throughs for Fnatic, which is something they really love to do to maximize the experience gain of their supports.
It's really interesting in his middle lane, though. That Hani might be a little bit of trouble, actually. Nick's coming round behind him. He's quite far forward. No, he does spot him, and he's going to turn back.
Well, this is just excellent creep lane control by Hani. The equilibrium is exactly where he wants it. He just has to be a little bit careful with this wave. It looks like he's going to push that towards the tower. So that's going to be in the favor of that Storm Spirit, who has been forced to pop the salve and doesn't have his bottle.
How's he? He's not too far away from it, though. There we go. Lion struggling a little bit, though, forcing out the stun. Oh, looks like Lion might be in a little bit of trouble. No, he's going to walk away with 140 health. Going back in again.
And of course, we missed First Blood up on this top lane. I said there was kill potential, but I didn't realize how fast that would be. That Chen making a nice rotation there.
So helping the Centaur stun there, yep.
Thank God.
It's okay, we missed first blood last week as well in the first game.
It's fine. it's fine. Honey not going for a bottle here, actually going for boots and speed.
Nature's might be in trouble on bottom lane as well. No, he's going to get out okay.
Yeah, but Honey going for boots and speed, not a bottle. He wants to try and evade the gangs of this. Nyx waste his time because Nyx, what's he sitting at level 1, 2.5 minutes into the game, whereas Fnatic supports getting as much farm and experience as they possibly can.
Yep.
Batrider playing a little bit aggressively there, doesn't have too much in the way of vision up this hill. In fact, if we take a look at his vision, he doesn't see where Fly is right now. That's an unusual spot of vision right there. That ward is interesting. Or is that just my viewing angle? He does actually have vision all the way across.
See the Batrider's still going quite aggressive actually. I think he needs to try and make up for lost grounds a little bit. Obviously try and keep on top of that life. Steal's already level 4, 13 last hits, 7 denies.
Nightstalker ahead of him though. Going for treads straight off the bat, not going for urn or bottle, no regen for him. So he's going to be looking to build into that later game Nightstalker rather than the earlier one. And it's something lots of people have been talking about, laning Nightstalker rather than solo mid. Because of the earlier night phase, it isn't really that viable anymore to have that Nightstalker mid because he's not as strong as he used to be.
No, definitely not. What's this Batrider doing on top lane, DOTA? Talk to me.
He's trying to harass the Lifestealer because he would have thought that the Lifestealer would be 1v1 against him and Witch Doctor would be roaming with the Chen towards mid to try and lock down that Storm Spirit. But in fact, they're just locking down the Batrider. He's level 3.5, whereas his counterpart Trixie is almost a level ahead of him.
Yep.
Which is why I was wondering how long Bat would stay there, and it looks like I was right. And level 3 is going to be heading towards that jungle. 2 levels up in Sticky Napalm, 1 in Firefly. Try and farm up the jungle camps, which have been stacked for him.
Oh yes. Well, Mavis had been down here. We've got Disruptor with the haste rune. Going to go on Trixie. I think he's going to be okay. Not quite enough damage being dealt there.
Oh,
Sprout does miss. Could be in a little bit of trouble here though.
Lion's coming in, but that Disruptor is hasted. TP coming in now. There's Fly. Not going to cask. Nothing to bounce onto, so no point. Yeah. Oh, Scandal's going to be taking that stack, not the Batrider. Interesting decision. But now, this is what they wanted. It has switched to a 1v1 between Lifestealer and the Batrider, which is favoured for the Lifestealer, as you can see from Era, being so aggressive up on that Batrider.
Get off my lane, he says.
As soon as he gets those stacks of napalm up, he's just going to rage through.
I'm really impressed with Honey, though, in line at mid. 22 last hits, 10 denies.
He's going for a Midas, Joe.
I do like a bit of Midas gaming.
Oh, he's not. He's got treads. I was really upset, thinking, oh, he's going to be buying a Midas. It's Midas gaming.
Yep, there we are.
Going for treads. No bottle up on him. I guess he's got enough sustain with the tangos with the HP, and he's leveled 1 in mana drain, so he's flying for mana.
Certainly isn't Nature's Storm Spirit taking down that stack. What's he got on the courier now? Not too much.
He must have something.
Where's that courier going now? Okay.
He's got bottle.
He's got the bottle on there.
And a salve and a wand.
That brings him back into this a little bit.
Yeah, the thing is though, the Nightstalker with 2,600 net worth now leading the board, it's going to heavily depend on what item he goes for first and how quickly he can move across the map. Because if he can find kills on the supports and try and snowball, then that gives space for the Batrider and Storm to then take it further into the game. They really do have a heavy snowball lineup here.
Yeah, they really do, and obviously all line just behind the smoke as well, so be interested to see what they make happen there. Meanwhile, I see Batrider still just playing aggressive, making life a little bit difficult for No-Tail and Chen.
Trying to limit that farm for the Chen. They don't want him getting an early mech or early arcane boots. They really want to try and defend their towers, get the farm they need in the first 10-15 minutes, and find a few pickoffs there. Urn does come up for that Nightstalker though. I thought that would be a possibility. So he's going to be looking for kills in the next couple of minutes, definitely.
Yeah, he needs to do that. That is imperative for Nightstalker.
Interesting warding here. Aggressive Radiant Ward seeing up that hill, so they've got perfect vision of Honey. And defensive Dire Ward here, so they can see across the hill.
Bing's gone onto the top lane. You can see the TP in. Who's that? So Batrider's coming top.
Oh, this is risky. No-Tail smoked in from behind. Does have a troll, does have a Centaur. There goes the cask onto Cheshire Cat. Batrider ensnared up. Centaur stump going to land. Not even needed. That lifestealer ripping them apart, but Fly on the Witch Doctor actually taking the last hit.
Push got Trixie there as well now. That's going to be a very early tier 1.
Well, this is the pressure I was talking about. It's insurmountable from Fnatic. They want to try and hold their towers for as long as they possibly can, but no rotation from the rest of PR. Batrider was left to fend on his own, and so far 2 kills for Fnatic against 0 for PR. It's not looking too bad. Trixie even joins the fray here. Last hit goes to Era on that lifestealer. Has phase, drums, Orb of Venom.
That's good going there by Fnatic. That is good going.
Storm jumping, trying to escape from Hani. Hani does have Finger of Death, but I think Storm's going to be... Oh no! I thought he'd try and jump and dodge there, but Hani taking the kill. Storm had a regen rune bottled, activated it, but not in time. Great play there by Hani. And now he's going to suck off that creep, get a bit of mana. Disruptor spotting out a double damage. Actually takes it for himself, not allowing Hani to pick that up. And Hani sitting on level 8 now. Let's take a quick look at hero levels. 8 on Hani, 7 on the Night Stalker and Lifestealer respectively. 6 on the Batrider, 6 on the Storm. So overall, pretty sure PR have the experience lead here, but we can find out. Nope. Slightly in favor of the Dire side, just because of Hani on that bit of experience. That kill on Storm really did help out.
We see the Nick Assassin now level 5, managed to bring himself back a little bit.
Storm jumping across onto... Oh! Wanted to go a little bit further to find Hani there. They might have been able to pick him off because F-God was in an excellent position.
That stun as well, that could have been really good for these guys. Really interesting game so far though. PR actually being quite reserved actually, apart from the Batrider who's actually being relatively aggressive.
My question is, how does the Night Stalker do up against the Lifestealer in the mid game? Because Lifestealer is great against strength heroes, full stop.
Definitely.
And Night Stalker depends so highly on his mobility, getting in and out of team fights, regenning up with an urn charge, then diving back in for another support kill.
Yeah.
The fact that they've got hexes, stuns, they've got the slow open wounds from Lifestealer and Sprout, but we see the Night Stalker pick up a Quelling Blade because of Sprout. That's an excellent idea.
Very clever play there. Simple but effective, I like to say.
Yep.
We're going to see some rotate now. Nick's coming to bottom lane.
Trixie backing off, has face boots, looking towards a Midas possibly.
And Trixie's trying to just block that creep while he's back.
Well, Trixie's only level 5 and Batrider level 7, stacking up these camps, working his way towards a Blink Dagger, which isn't too far away, about 500 gold for him. And he'll have that in the bag.
Very shortly, yes.
Another thing worth pointing out, Fnatic do have early Roshan potential. With that Chen, the auras and the tank ability of the creeps, take the Lifestealer in there with open wounds as well. They've definitely got the possibility for that. Nature's Prophet TPing onto that Invis rune at top, going to take that. Maybe try and scout out a kill here.
I'm going to try and make something happen here, but he's on his own. Oh, and there's the Midas online.
Oh, he does actually go for Midas after treads. Fair enough, Hani, fair enough. 10 minutes, that's not too shabby.
With treads on top of that and null as well.
Well, he has picked up a solo kill on Storm and been free farming mid the entire time. Dodging those ganks from Nyx in the early stages was vital to that, because that meant Nyx was in a position where he needed to stop sitting on that lane. He needed to get experience somehow, and is that Hani smoked up with Lifestealer inside of him?
Have you seen this line though?
Yep.
Lifestealer inside, going to try and find something happen. He's smoked up.
He's got to use his Midas first though, on this big wildkin here. Yep. Who are they looking for? The defensive positioning from J4, hiding in the trees. Moon also going the same way. Picks up an Ogre Club, drops his TP, cuts through cutting through the tree line there, creating a little opening in case they get dived, making more paths for themselves
really nice
to escape.
Map awareness, so they know exactly what's going on. PR taking no chances here.
Yeah, Hani is missing. He's level 10, almost level 11 in fact.
There we go, they're going to give up on that.
And it's actually a really interesting jump in experience from level, well, in difference between 9 and 10 and then 10 and 11. Only 600 XP to get your second ultimate level.
Yep.
Excellent for heroes like Lion. It's that increased burst damage. What does it change from?
Goes up to...
From 600 to 725.
Yep.
But it's the cooldown and mana cost. I mean, the cooldown is help, but the mana cost increase is pretty massive.
Certainly is, and Batrider picking up his Blink Dagger as well. 11 minutes in.
That's why with heroes like, let's say, Enigma, taking a second level in Ultimate isn't always viable because of the increased mana cost. and it doesn't actually give you too much in exchange. Is that ultimate used there by the Night Stalker just to extend that night time?
Yeah, it's not bad at all, not a bad idea. It's obviously a commonly used tactic these days anyway to extend the night time.
Lifestealer going for a bit of an aggressive play there, whereas Trixie TPing too, thinking about going behind that tower.
Yeah.
They want to try and take down this Night Stalker.
Might be a little bit of trouble. No, they're going to back.
Fnatic got on mid lane. Fnatic. Hani getting a bit aggressive there. Scandal going to try and zap it. Oh, there goes the finger of death on the Batrider.
Very nice.
So aggressive play there from PR trying to take down Hani. They will find Fly, in fact. Oh, that Nyx.
Very nice stun. Did you see that stun?
Yeah, that stun and mana burn absolutely ripping Hani to shreds. So it looked like a great exchange there for Fnatic. Taking down the Batrider in exchange for the Witch Doctor. But then 2 return kills found by PR with some excellent play from the Nyx and some good rotation. Scandal baiting some things out with his ultimate, getting as far away as possible, sort of lulling Fnatic into a full sense of security.
Certainly are, but Fnatic are back. We're going to try and defend this tier 1 at middle. And yeah.
Also Roshan there. They do have the creeps for it.
Certainly do. They also got their tier 1 at bottom as well.
Armor increase from the Wild King, HP regen from that Satyr. And then the Troll, you know, just to find space to build up a Midas himself. 30 minutes in is, you know, a regular time for an off-lane solo Nature's Prophet.
Yep, certainly is. I do like how, you know, exactly like you called it earlier, going for that early Roshan. I think they even know, but here comes Nyx.
He's smoked up. Trying to ward up, but he's a little bit too late. He's going to have to use Vendetta to go in there. But there's a dire Observer ward spotting him out. They know exactly what's going on. And there's Roshan sitting on 2,000 HP. How we're going to see Scandal try and jump in here. There's Cheshire Cat with a Blink Dagger. He does throw out the Flame Break. There's the Nyx stun on 1. On 2, in fact, takes down No-Tail. Night Stalker coming in for the kill there. FNG doing plenty of damage with that DD. Storm Spirit in the back end of play. Disruptor ulti goes down on Hani. Hani going to fall as well. FNG on pretty low life, but this is a turnaround for PR. Taking that Roshan out of the hands of Fnatic. Lion buys back. Hani going to try and re-engage here. Does have the Impale. But Roshan goes down. Storm takes Aegis Immortal. Trixie finds a nice kill on the Nyx. And Hani just laying down the fire from the high ground. Era coming in here, taking down Moon. So they find the Aegis Immortal and the Roshan, but they lose 3 in exchange.
That was nice work there for PR though. Nice rotation, but Fnatic really bouncing straight back, not letting it go. That was really good work. And I think Fnatic are going to come on this as well. Try and get themselves a tier 1 at middle as well. Try and get a bit more for this exchange.
And there goes a tier 1 tower for them, like you said. Now, I wonder which way that went. Let's take a quick look at the gold graph. So, dipping further and further down towards Fnatic. Then the Roshan kill comes up for PR, but that's going to swing all the way back down.
Tower gold, and there you go. All tier 1s down now in favour of Fnatic.
And here we see the instant replay. There's the fight. Batrider running around. There's the kill on Hani. We see him go down to that Disrupt ult and Storm absolutely nailing him. But Fnatic, Hani buys back, TP's back into the fray.
Meanwhile in game though, Lion going down again.
Storm continuing the pressure. Scandal getting stunned up there. Disruptor glimpses fly back. Nice work there. Cheshire Cat blinking aggressively. Gets the flame break off. Kills him. Trixie trying to TP out. Gets silenced up with the Night Stalker. Taken down again by Scandal. Well, in fact, Moon takes the last. Sticky napalm up on him. There's the Thunder Strike. Down goes No-Tail to a flame break from Batrider with a double kill. Excellent play. And hunting for the creeps as well. He's not done now. He never will be.
He wants them all. They got really nice work there. Exactly. You know, this is the level of play we're talking about here, Doug. You know, it's so amazing to see something like that. Straight away, Fnatic come back. They take their tier 1. PR go, you know what, we're not going to have that. Let's get ourselves some more kills. And they take themselves a tier 1 as well.
They've got such great mobility and range initiation that Fnatic have to be so careful about not getting caught out. They, like you said, they go for the tier 1 tower. They think, okay, we've got this. This is an advantage we can take and hold. And then all of a sudden, Scandal comes out of nowhere, nuking people down, holding people in place. Night Stalker swings in from the side, silences one, nukes down another, and the low HP pools of these dire heroes really are starting to show in the 16 to 20 minute mark, where Night Stalker is dishing out the DPS, Storm's coming in with that magic damage, and Batrider just blinking over the top of them. Not a care in the world.
doing a ton of damage over Firefly as well, so really just starts to stack up, and then before you know it, you've got a team wipe.
And when we take a look at a hero like Fly, he has got very little in the way of items. He's got Urn and Sentries.
Hasn't got the ulti yet either. Not that you would really in this sort of situation just yet.
He doesn't have the ability to use it. There are so many stuns and lockdowns on PR, especially Flame Break. Flame Break really is the kicker. If that's thrown out while he's trying to ulti, there's no chance he's going to get it off for more than half a second.
Exactly.
Then there's Silence, well, there are 2 silences in fact. Disrupt ulti and Night Stalker. Then they've got Glimpse, which can disrupt it, Vortex, they've got Lasso, they've got Nyx's Impale, they've got so many ways of locking these heroes down.
They certainly do. And it looks like PR are going to be on the retaliation now. Going to get themselves a tier 1 on top lane. Should be a pretty simple exchange. Fnatic, I don't think they're going to rotate, they're going to let that go.
Trying to apply pressure on his bot lane. No-Tail farming up Ancients with his creeps. Try to get that mech in a sensible time. Oh, Hani blinking in. There's the Hex onto the Batrider. Down he goes. Absolutely nuked into oblivion.
So much damage.
Dagger on Hani, which allowed them to jump in there with the Lifestealer.
That was really good work there.
Really nice pick-off, but what can they turn it into? Because Tier 2 is a difficult task for them right now. They can't necessarily push straight into that, because, once again, the ranged initiation from the Radiant side is difficult to deal with. And Night Stalker, another thing which is even more difficult to deal with. That Night Stalker running in and out of fights.
Certainly is the case, and I think Fnatic are going to go for a retaliation, try and get this maybe a tier 2 on bot lane, or at least apply that pressure. But we do see the army of Fnatic, I'm going to call it. You've got the Chain Creeps here, you've got Nature's Prophet as well. They're going to go for a tier 2 here. I think PR do need to do something about this.
Well, they do have some decent auras, and they've got the heal for the Witch Doctor as well, which is level 2.
Yep.
It's just whether or not they can hold out, back off in time, and not have heroes get picked off.
Yeah, that's certainly the case.
Their team fight is all about sustain and guerrilla warfare, whereas PR is like, okay, we are going to jump on them. All 5 of us are going to nail one dead, and then we're going to chase the rest because they've got nothing left.
It's definitely the case. And maybe we're about to see another team fight here. Both teams all there. Looks like Fnatic are going to back off from this one potentially. I know Lion is waiting.
I wonder what PR have got in mind right now. Storm still has the Aegis the Immortal, looking towards a BKB for him. It's not an ideal item for him, but it is a necessary one.
Oh yes. It looks like you've got the Batriders all waiting for Fnatic to push, waiting in the trees. Both teams waiting for the push there, but I think both teams going to back off.
Nyx looking towards that top lane. Trixie trying to apply pressure up here, get as much farm as he can. Might be looking towards a Hex on him. 2,500 gold. Let's see what he picks up next. Midas yet to be used.
I was going to say, Trixie, please, use Midas.
I'll go and use it now. Find a nice juicy creep. There's a nice blink from Hani. Oh, FNG. Quick fingers. As a dire sentry, he doesn't know that's there. Oh, down he goes!
Oh, so much damage. It's just the burst damage. He can do anything there. Simple as that.
Well, I thought, okay, really nice play. Fast on the fingers. Get the hell out of there. Oh, here we go. Storm Spirit jumping into Hani, but very fast fingers on Hani, in fact. Blinking out in the nick of time. But that Vendetta from the Nyx, I thought he was safe. I thought he was in the clear. Hani getting spotted out here. Moon going in for this. Does he find him? Yes, he does. There's the stun. Hani in a little bit of trouble here. There's the ultimate from the Disruptor. Chen goes down. No chance to get any spells out of him. Fly and Era in the back end of play, looking to try and engage. But nice glimpse there onto Era, sending him all the way back to the tier 2. I'm surprised Hani didn't go down there.
Yes, certainly had a really big sort of team fight there. I thought we was going to see a lot more takedowns there than that. But Night Stalker couldn't sustain the damage that he was taking there. Diving under the tower like that, he couldn't hold on.
And they didn't have Storm Spirit to jump in over the top either. He was too busy dealing with that Chen.
Yep.
They wanted to take him down as quickly as possible. Like I said, stop that Hand of God from being used, and then maybe take some kills afterwards. But Glimpse had to be used defensively because they were fighting under a tier 2 tower.
And back to what they go. There we go.
Oh.
Fury picking up Necro.
That's Necro one for him. He almost has Necro 2, in fact, so he probably won't use that until he gets that gem on the Nyx. That's going to be big.
Yes, he's not taking any chances now.
Well, he really wants to try and de-ward Fnatic, because their wards right now are what are allowing them to get kills. Because the wards give vision, obviously, for Hani to blink in, where otherwise Moon would be safely farming, or Scandal would be looking for initiations himself.
Yep, and then we go see the army of Fnatic again assembling on top lane. applying that pressure. I mean, look at that. It's a huge push.
It's really difficult to deal with. They do have decent creep clearing abilities on the side of PR, but nothing amazing.
Sentry goes down as well. Not taking any chances.
They really need Batrider to find a pick off here, but he's hiding in the trees, waiting to go. There are signals there. There goes the Hex onto Moon. He's going to get caught out before he can use BKB, but nice disruptor ulti there. Honey being caught out by the Flaming Lasso. There's a flame break. Down he goes. Honey the first to fall. Fly being chased down by Scandal. Massive mana damage from that Nyx with the mana burn. Who's in the back end of play here? Era on that Lifestealer being chased down, and not even chased down. He's held in place and absolutely pillaged.
Nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing you can do there. Really nice work there by Power Rangers.
And Trixie trying to make some semblance of a push down on the spot lane. The tier 2 has already fallen, so he'll just be pushing this wave into the arms of PR, who will cradle that money.
I'd love to look at those graphs, actually. I bet they're really interesting right now.
Oh, there's the XP graph. 3k advantage and climbing for PR. Gold graph, let's take a quick look at that. So slightly in the lead for Fnatic due to their Midases. Yeah. But
it's starting to head back towards PR though. This could be anyone's game still at the moment.
I mean, net worth wise, 10k on that Night Stalker, which is pretty good, going towards an Aghanim, so not going for that late game carry I thought he might, going for more of a utility hero, give vision for Storm and Batrider to find the openings. But then we've got 8,800 net worth on Trixie. He was so far behind, 15 minutes in, and all of a sudden he's come back with masses of gold, almost Nectar 3.
Well, that's the glory of Nature's Prophet, though, isn't it? It's not difficult to come back into a game when you're Nature's Prophet. Farm the jungle, you get your Midas, you're all over the place, get some assists, get some kills. Simple as that.
I think Storm needs his next big item. A point I was going to make earlier before all the fighting kicked off. The BKB isn't an amazing item on Storm. You would love to, you know, buy a Linken's rather than that, or maybe a Hex or an Orchid straight off the bat. But he has to go BKB because there are so many things on Fnatic's side which will just pop the Linken's first and then he'll get disabled straight afterwards.
Well, exactly, yeah. I mean, you know, I'd rather BKB when you're going against, you've got the Lion, Stun, Hex, and, you know, you've got Nature's Prophet, Carl. You know what? Not a bad pickup. Pings for Roshan.
Yeah, he's not up yet, though. Oh, there he is. Prove me wrong, game. Thanks, Ice Frog. As I say it, he literally spawns. Oh, there's a blink from Cheshire Cat on the Batrider. No-Tail's going to go down here. Lassoed up. Will he have time to hand? No! He will not have time to use Hand of God.
Down he goes. Nice dewarding as well there. Obviously got the gem on Nyx.
So that scuppers the Roshan attempt for Fnatic. But PR deciding not to go for that. They don't want to get caught in that pit where maybe a Witch Doctor can get a nice ultimate off if he had taken the skill, because he still hasn't.
Still hasn't picked it up. Okay. Moon picking up his Aghanim Scepter now, though. For Night Stalker. It's going to be big. Trixie, meanwhile, just applying pressure on that top lane. Seeing the Treants down.
There's Necro 3 for Trixie. And look at this push on top lane. He's got a nice big wave there. Got a catapult in the back and a fresh wave of Treants joining. So he'll do plenty of damage to this tier 2.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And that was a tier 2 down bottom.
Tier 1 down bottom. Going for the tier 2 now. Fortification used while they try to apply split push pressure on other lanes. Batrider found himself. He finds himself a nice little hidey hole there.
No rotations as of yet, though. I think they're going to.
Well, look at that. Trixie takes down the tier 2 alone before the 4 members of PR can take down theirs.
That's the glory of Nature's Prophet. We're going to see the rotations coming back now.
Cheshire Cat making short work of that creep wave though. Firefly very, very good at holding off pushes. The creeps don't know where to go. They just run into the fire.
Lots of pinging, lots of signaling on the map right now. A lot of communication going on.
Interesting. I think they want to try and fight on this ramp at mid. Maybe hold them down there. Get a Batrider lasso. Maybe that's where they think that Fnatic are holding out.
Ah, we see. We've got a Fly. Picked up his ulti now. He's got the Invis rune.
Oh, honey, I'm going to keep my eyes right on you. Lifestealer infested inside of him, has that blink of course, and he's looking towards an Aghanim Scepter. Have you seen? Oh, there we go. Hex on the Cheshire Cat. Down he goes. A couple of hits from Era, securing that kill. Rage TP instantly. TP from Hani. Does he have enough time? Oh, FNG looking for the stun. Just not quite there.
And that's another big pick up there for Fnatic.
They're finding these pickoffs here and there, trying to allow them some kind of foothold in this game.
What do you think of his Batrider so far, though? He's not quite having the impact I thought he was going to have.
Well, the thing is, he's been doing the right thing and picking off Chen. Like I was saying earlier, they find the Chen, they pick him off, but N0tail's positioning hasn't been so great. The rest of his team have been nowhere to find afterwards. They'd love to find the Chen, take him down, and then chase the rest of Fnatic and take down even more heroes. They just haven't been given the opportunity because of the split push coming from Fnatic. True rap Dota. How fast is Roshan going down? Pretty quickly. 2,000 life points remaining. Tornado holding them out. Fnatic blinks. Hani blinks away. Roshan goes down. Era takes the Aegis Immortal. PR going to have to back off here.
There's not much I can do about that.
Oh, there's a stun onto FNG. And a return. Oh, it's called Earth Spike, not Impale. I always call his stun Impale.
That's the Nick's stun, isn't it? Impale.
Oh, they both used to be called Impale.
Oh, did they?
But his got renamed to Earth Spike. I don't know if that was a Dota 1 or Dota 2 change, but it happened.
It happened at some point.
I mean, I think that's one of my problems. I still get stuck in the old ways, and you know, well, it's the same with a lot of people. Nature's prophet is nature's prophet, but people call him Furion.
Yeah.
Then there's Potom. People call Mirana Priestess of the Moon because that's her old name, but
it's like I still call him Furion. I never even played Dota 1.
It's the influence of the old guard.
Yeah, you old guard, you Durka.
Oh, there's a Lion with an Aghanim Scepter. It's Aghanim's game, basically. Night Stalker, Lion, Witch Doctor looking towards his, got the point booster, but it won't be there for another 10 minutes or so, really, unless he gets a few kills and assists.
Definitely, I mean, especially, Aghanim Scepter on Lion now is just devastating. Especially in those big team fights, it can make such a difference.
Well, when they're all converging onto one hero, like the Chen, for instance, maybe they try and bait out the Chen once again and try and absolutely demolish PR in a team fight like that. It definitely can be worthwhile. He just has to be very wary of not being out of position.
So now Fnatic going to give a push down middle now. Era's there being aggressive on that tower.
Interesting. There's a Yaoshi picked up by Era, and he picks up an Ultimate Orb as well. Might be a Manta style for even more push potential.
Yeah. The army of Fnatic will continue.
D-ward after D-ward. There's a gem on FNG, so he's able to spot out these wards, but the Chen army encroaching on the territory of PR, looking for an opening here. If they do manage to ensnare someone, that could be the opportunity that Hani needs to blink over the top. And look at this is Fnatic positioning in a nutshell. They're all grouping up in one place to try and then jump in on someone either this way or that way. But if PR knows or guesses and finds the opening upon them, it can be so bad for their team fight. So it's a very double-edged sword the way Fnatic are grouping up here and positioning themselves for engagement.
So now PR just don't want to take that risk right now. They're letting that tier 2 go off Fnatic go. They've got themselves a tier 2. No exchange.
If they had vision on Fnatic there, which is almost impossible unless they had, a ward over here somewhere or high up in the lane, maybe an aggressive ward here, they may have been able to find a pick off on Hani and then go for some other heroes. But it was excellent warding there from Fnatic, so they can see any encroachment from PR up into this area. So now Fnatic farm up the enemy jungle, maximize efficiency, and PR want to try and take that mid tier 2 smoked up. Disruptor and Batrider leading the charge. Look at these Nature's Prophet treants. I'm pretty sure Fnatic know you're there now.
Yeah, that must be an indicator.
This is such a risky move. They know that they've lost their advantage and they need something desperate to bring it back. But I don't know if this is the way to go about it. Nice signal there from Jeshikat, I think, saying that they're going to be up in their secret shop. But their captain says...
smoked up now, though. We're about to see a collision here of the Titans.
There goes Hani. He gets revealed. Night's going to find him Disruptor. He catches him out. Lifestealer jumping out. But Hani tanking through this. There's the Hand of God. Hani not going to be able to get anything off. Nyx Assassin takes him down. Moon and Scandal caught in a Sprout. Very nice from Trixie, but N0tail going to be the second casualty of war. FNG picking up a double kill there. Vendetta finishing off that Chen.
Really nice work there by FNG. There's, nice stuns, and they really got on top of Fnatic there. That is exactly what they needed. You said it yourself. They need something. They got it.
But once again, they find these nice pick-offs, they find these engagements which really do favour them. But what can they turn it into?
Yeah.
They try and grab an advantage and take the stranglehold on this game, but they don't actually push their advantage into anything tangible. They want to try and take tier 2 towers, but they're so well defended by Fnatic, even with 2 heroes down. I mean, Chen is already alive. And Nature's Prophet finds a Hex for himself. 15,000 net worth. That is pretty ridiculous from Trixie, finding gold from nowhere.
Overtaken the Night Stalker.
Oh, he did that quite a while ago.
Night Stalker looking, he's still looking in a good place. He's got the Axe, he's got BKB. Down to 7 seconds on that.
I did have hopes that he would go for something like an AC, maybe a Basher, maybe something like that. Give him more physical damage, more damage potential in the team fights.
Yeah.
His Aghanims, you know, it gives them vision for the pickoffs, but back to my point once again, I'm going to repeat it. What can actually turn those pickoffs into?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a very expensive item for what it does.
I agree completely. PR needs to do something, you know, incredible here to try and get a one-up over Fnatic at the moment.
And Fnatic with their Midas gaming. Oh, there's a Basher from the Night Stalkers. He will be most likely going into an Abyssal Blade, maybe an AC straight after the Basher, then Abyssal after that. We'll just have to see. Because Basher on its own isn't great, especially during the daytime for Night Stalker. His attack speed is pretty low.
Yeah.
But in the nighttime, he can be devastating with that. And when he's in a 1v1 scenario against a lifestealer, let's say, who is ripping him to shreds, Basher can turn the tide of that battle.
Certainly can. I mean, even just look at Nature's Prophet. Treant's just really pushing that bottom lane through as well, just keeping those lanes in their favour.
BKB up on the Bat Rider as well now.
He needed that though. Definitely needed that.
It's going to be difficult to get off though. If Hani initiates upon him, that instant Hex, then the Burrow Strike. Oh wow. Then the Impale. Can still rip him to shreds. You won't have a chance to get that BKB off. Which is why you see now they're sitting in the back end of play with Night Stalker and Storm up on the front.
Yep.
How many BKBs do we actually have? We've got BKBs up on the Bat Rider, Storm, Night Stalker, and no BKBs up on Fnatic.
Don't need to worry too much.
Oh, there we go. Absolutely wrecked. Moon taking the DPS from Fnatic, but can actually finish off this teamfight era on the back end, trying to mount it out. Does actually get ripped to shreds by Scandal, going to take him down. No Aegis Immortal for him. Scandal jumping in on Trixie, but not going to carry on with this engagement. So we saw there, Moon getting jumped on by Hani, getting Hex stunned, nuke down, but that wasn't quite enough. He managed to get his BKB off in the end. If they had a little bit more nuke potential, I didn't see whether Chen used his, but he was still about 150, 200 HP away from dying.
That was a really good team fight there. Well, I say team fight, it was more of a pick-off, but...
Well, the thing with Dota 2 now, in the professional sense of the word anyway, there's very few 5v5 full-on team fights anymore. It's always about skirmishing, finding pick-offs, finding these little 3v3 little scraps here and there. Find favourable engagements without committing all of your heroes. Because obviously if you're committing 5 heroes into a team fight, there are 2 lanes and 2 jungles which aren't being farmed.
Yeah.
So you've got to maximise the efficiency and try and take team fights when and where you can and win them. Obviously, you don't want to lose a team fight, do you?
Well, yeah.
Well, a tactical feed?
Yeah. It could happen. Scan on top lane. See some pinging around. They're just farming up still.
Well, there's Nature's Prophet's Treants and the Necronomicon units being killed by FNG and Moon.
Really good work that by Trixie on the Nature's Prophet. Those lanes are all just completely pushed. Continuing to farm as well.
Oh, look at that hero level wise. 17-16 on the Night Stalker and Bat Rider, 16-16 on the Nature's Prophet and Lion. Down at the bottom, no tail on that Chen at level 9.
He's had a rough game this time. Obviously, the longer we go on as well, Chen just starts to fall out this game more and more as well.
I mean, at this point in the game, we're going to be looking at buyback status as well. 36 minutes in, one big team fight, and that could be Rex for or Fnatic, really. I don't know how PR are going to break up high ground. Their team fight consists so highly of single target, pick off one hero, then another, then another, then another, chain kills basically. Whereas Fnatic's team looks for a head-on-head engagement where they're trying to push an advantage, go for Roshan, go for a tower, try and go into the enemy jungle, and then find kills with a blink from Hani from the fog. It's difficult to say which way this is going to go, but Fnatic might get caught out here. Cheshire Cat going to Firefly up, catches Honey out. There we go, lasso onto him, but he gets sent back by Notel. Great play from the Chen. Fly will be the only casualty of war for Fnatic, and they'll be able to hold down their tier 2. Glimpse onto Notel, getting caught out. Down he goes, so 2 kills there. Double tornado here from Notel. His Wildkin's doing work, but the tier 2 will fall down. See, I thought there that Fnatic might be able to hold that tier 2 with losing only 1 hero, but that nice glimpse onto Notel, managing to pick him off, and a flame break stopping the bloody tornadoes. Oh look, Trixie TP'd bot. What a surprise! He's got a creep wave already at the tier 2. Reactive TP from Cheshire Cat there, and Storm Spirit has a Hex. Great pickup for him. That gives them even more single target initiation potential.
Certainly does, and Drix getting it out there as well. Batrider rotating round, just firing up the Treant. On top lane though, Fnatic playing reasonably defensively. I say that, they've just smoked up. In goes the lifestealer.
Well, the tables have turned. We saw that PR went for a very aggressive, almost desperate gang on that mid lane. And now Fnatic are realizing, hang on, our Midases have only taken us so far. We've got some big core items up on our heroes. We've got buybacks ready to go. If we lose the next team fight, we can buy back and probably take them out. Here goes the Hex onto Moon. There goes the Finger of Death, and down he goes, Lifestealer taking that last final swing. J4 getting sprouted up. Era hammering away. Ghost Scepter is used though. Nice pickup there. I didn't notice that one. Allowing him to sustain for a couple of seconds more, but Trixie TPing ahead and finding that pick off. So PR overextending there, looking for pressure onto the tier 2, which really wasn't their place to be, with Fnatic all alive and ready and raring to go.
Did a really nice sort of defensive smoke there as well, actually. They thought they were going to get an easy pick off on the Nature's Prophet.
Look who's alive. Look who's alive. I spotted it before the teams did.
I think we have a slight advantage.
No, I can't see into fog. It's going to be a free Roshan for Fnatic. There's no way on earth that PR can try and contest this. They do have the mobility and the ability to get in there, but they do not want to.
No, right now there's no Night Stalker, no Disruptor, no Disable.
I still can't believe 20-second cooldown on that Finger of Death. Hani needs to get some kind of mana regen though.
Yeah. Not looking great right now.
Maybe just buy a Bloodstone. I reckon Bloodstone 40 minutes into the game, viable strat.
Basher going up on the Lifestealer.
I think Lion and Tinker are are 2 of the only heroes I actually allow or suggest you get Bloodstone later than sort of 25-30 minutes into the game, because it is an item that wanes so heavily in the mid game. Unless you're getting kill after kill, you're dominating the game already.
Yeah, it's a snowballing item.
But basically, with Lion and Tinker, you're able to get kills and escape so easily, and you are so heavily reliant on your mana pool that it can be useful even if you have no charges.
Stalker farming up that top lane, just trying to push the creeps back out again.
And there was cheese on the Roshan as well, which Trixie has, and Daedalus up on him. Items appear from nowhere into Trixie's hands. 20,000, almost 21,000 net worth. 5k ahead of that Night Stalker now.
Yeah, only 2 kills from 4 assists.
Oh, he's just been sitting on the opposite lane. He's literally been off-laning the entire game.
Exactly, nearly 300 last hits now he's up to.
It's like 4 Protect the Nature's Prophet who's going to sit on a lane and push all game.
That is Nature's Prophet though, at its finest. You know, you fight 4-man Dota, Nature's Prophet just goes and does all the dirty work for you.
We're going to try and see an initiation here onto Trixie. Trixie hiding away in the trees. Phase boots used. Nyx looking for an opening. Signals do go out.
Oh, Trixie might be in trouble here.
Ahead. Impaled ready. Going to find Trixie. Trixie going to have to try and TP out as soon as possible. Hex up onto FNG. There's the flame break. Stopping his TP for a split second as the lasso comes out, and that's a very, very good pick off there. Mega kill streak for FNG on that Nyx. Stopping that split push for 71 seconds. And let's take a look. Do we have buybacks? No buyback on Trixie, so this might be the time for a push.
Yeah. Big sigh of relief there for Power Rangers as well. Finally a bit of breathing room. They need to make something happen. It is quite crucial, Durka.
That Mask of Madness for the Batrider, giving him even more mobility. Drag someone as far away from his teammates as possible. Take him down with that Storm Spirit. Oh, Fly. 250 gold away from that one big item, so we can look at him go. And they're at the perfect timing. Thanks so much. Stun those creeps.
That's going to be a fly once he does get Ags up.
Yeah, it looks like Night Stalker is going the route I thought he might go for that AC after the basher, give him more teamfight potential, decrease the armor of the enemy, increase his own. Great against the Lifestealer, to be honest. And Gem up on FNG still, so allowing them to de-ward as they go along.
So they do Night Stalker picking out that double damage rune. Going to leave it.
Interesting little shimmy there from FNG, blinking across the chasm, then full staffing himself through a cliff and not going up to the high ground.
Yeah, slightly disappointed by PR not making anything happen the downtime on the Nature's Prophet. It's difficult for them, you know, pretty where it's due. It's obviously not as easy as said just to push up, but I thought they might have made something happen.
Well, they're trying so hard to deal with what Nature's Prophet left as he died. He had lanes pushed out in bot lane, then it was Fnatic defending mid and top near their towers, so there was no opportunity to really capitalize on it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get ready for maybe defense here now.
I think they might smoke up. They're not really going to be defending from too much. There is a group from Fnatic. Nice ward there from FNG. Going to be able to spot Hani, who'll want to sit up here. Because obviously PR will try and farm out this lane, push it as far forward as possible until it gets to this point, and then we'll have Hani sitting up here looking for a blink across.
Look how far back Fnatic's going to be on that wave. Not taking any chances here.
Beating Trixie. Really nice blink from Hani there, into the trees and buying an E-Blade. So no mana regen, just massive burst.
Why not, eh?
Let's see how quick PR can be on their fingers, get those BKBs up, just mash the BKB hotkey as soon as they see a member of Fnatic appear on their screen.
Well, that is the critical thing right now. BKB charges must be low though. Look, like Night Stalker's down to 5 seconds. Storm Spirit is down to 6 seconds. And Bat still sitting okay on 8.
Yeah, Bat hasn't had too many opportunities to use it.
Yeah, he's either been dead. Yeah.
He's either been dead or killed someone, then had to run away. So he's never had a chance to re-engage, really. FNG trying to do a little bit of split pushing himself. Might find tricks here, but does he have enough damage to take him down? There's Boots of Travel up here for the Storm Spirit. No, that's the Batrider, sorry. Batrider finding Trixie. Once again, they're going to have a nice pick off. Fnatic are on the rampage, though, looking for a loop around here onto FNG and Cheshire Cat. Oh, there's the Hex onto the Batrider. Impale as well. Oh, there we go. E-Blade into Finger of Death, and down he goes. Nice movement here from FNG, though. Hiding away in the trees, not going to be found out. E-Blade, Finger of Death. Where did Batrider go?
Gone.
Decimated.
And, they've got still sitting up there, though. What do you reckon he's waiting for? Could TP out.
Who's that? FNG?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. He's just waiting, chilling, seeing what happens. There is a double damage on Scandal. Maybe he wanted the rest of his team to join him. Have a little party in the woods. Oh, now that's interesting. I haven't really ever seen Aghanim Disruptor in competitive play. Because that now mutes items. It acts. It's basically AoE Doom.
Yeah, yeah. It's big.
It's big. There's the words of Joe, the show, Sturka.
You'd miss me if I wasn't saying making ridiculous phrases like that, though.
Phrases and puns.
That's my speciality. 700 gold though till he gets that Ags up.
So how do you think this game is going for Fnatic? Because you had them pipped to take this pretty easily, or so I felt.
I never said such a thing, but Fnatic were my favourites. But I still think they can do this. I still think this game is anybody's right now.
You know, I think it's swinging towards Fnatic right now, and we can see from the XP graph, in fact, almost an 8k lead in XP for PR. But gold lead, opposite way, 4,000 lead for Fnatic.
It's always really interesting when the graphs go in opposite directions for XP and gold. It speaks volumes.
Well, it proves that Fnatic are very good at farming and split pushing and really maximizing the gold they can, the gold income they get. Whereas PR are finding these pickoffs and taking fights and finding skirmishes where they can pick someone off, gain an XP lead, try to gain map control. But in the long run, Fnatic really do have this game in their hands.
Certainly do, and you see the life still infested as well on the line, waiting for something to happen, I guess.
Nature's Prophet scales pretty well into the late game. So does Lifestealer. He's, you know, a mid to late game carry.
Yep.
More mid game focused though. And then we have Chen, who really does fall off quite heavily. But if he keeps the creep army up, which is the most difficult part of playing Chen after the 30-minute mark, he does decently.
Well, that is the main role for Chen, though, is just to, you know, keep those lanes pushed. You know, he's got Nature's Prophet to help him out with that as well. With the Fnatic army.
And item progression-wise for PR, where can they go from here? They've got mobility on the Nyx, they've got mobility on the Storm and the Night Stalker. They need him to get his AC as soon as possible, but Night Stalker has almost no flash farming capabilities to speak of. It takes him a while to get the gold he needs. It looks like it might be a Shiva's here for Storm Spirit. Picking up more and more armor is pretty vital for PR, to be fair. Try and limit the amount of attack damage that Lifestealer can do. And in fact here, what? What did I just hear?
What did you just hear?
I thought I heard Infest from Lifestealer. I must be going nuts. Or
No,
maybe,
I did hear that
maybe
as well.
he infested out of someone, and now he spent so long inside Hani that Infest is now back off cooldown.
I think he just stayed that time.
100 seconds inside Hani. Oh
Sounds like a book.
yeah.
Could write a book with that name. Or a film.
Or a series of books and films.
I like where you're going with this.
Yeah, I think we should get the rights for this.
Patented. Right.
Sponsored by Fnatic.
Roshan respawning in 15 seconds. Again, both teams just waiting for that. I think that's going to be the turn of the tide for this one.
Well, who's going to go for it? Because PR, we've seen the last two Roshans, they've really dodged quite heavily because they've lost a hero, or they haven't felt they have the map control to try and take it.
Yeah.
Whereas Fnatic have complete map control, top tier 3 being harassed by creeps, which PR have to deal with right now. Then they've got bot lane pushing almost all the way up to the main ramp.
Yep. That definitely looks like, you know, in terms of map control, maneuverability, I'd still favour Fnatic, even though, you know, they have got Batrider, Storm Spirit. But Fnatic, you know, they've just got, you know, really nice placement of wards. They know exactly where the team are. They know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've got a mix of defensive and aggressive wards. There's one ward from PR. It was good in theory. I thought that was a really nice ward placement, but it never actually came to fruition. Fnatic never went for that play.
Yeah, yeah. What's Moon up to now? So he's got plate mail. So
He did have a bit more a second ago, so where's that courier going? He'll be buying AC. Yeah, he has the recipe and the chainmail in that courier. There's the Hyperstone. And he still has enough money to try and farm up buyback. So now they've pushed the creep wave mid, almost up to that tier 3. They might consider Roshan themselves, but look at this. Trixie, Nature's Prophet Treants. Welcome to the party.
Yeah. Maybe try and take advantage while a Night Stalker does have the double damage. I know that. Scratch that. No more double damage.
Oh, it ran out.
But yeah, they're going to go for it. I don't think Fnatic are going to be too happy with that. All accounts are no wards, but they pretty much know it's going to happen.
There's double tornado going into that pit. Tried to slow things down, but Roshan below half health right now. I don't think Fnatic are going to have the opening they really desire. Infest is ready. Hani might just go for the steal here. He doesn't have an item slot though. PR just back out.
Yeah, just like that. 2 tornadoes and some treants.
Oh, here we go. Hani blinking in. And that's glimpsed back. That's really, really interesting.
Back to base?
Huh.
I'm confused. How do you glimpse back to base like that? Durka, please explain this to me.
I was watching Hani. He ran down here and he blinked across. He doesn't have a TP scroll or anything in his inventory. Then he got glimpsed back to... No, he must have been Chen TP back to base.
That makes a lot more sense.
And glimpsed. Except... Yeah, glimpsed only has a 20-second cooldown. He definitely got glimpsed and then Chen TP back to base. So all sorts of weird stuff going on here. That's the only explanation I have. If he had Chen send him back. He was on a bit of a rogue mission, going deep into enemy territory. Only he can find the secret plans that PR hold to take down Roshan.
Yeah, I think it was obviously they're trying.
There we go again. He's going to send him back to base. Oh, look at that damage. AoE damage onto FNG and Moon.
That's really clever to do that. That is guerrilla tactics right there.
But it's kind of like Pudge Hook, though. They send him in, they do some damage, but then he's out of the fight completely. Trixie going to get lassoed up here, does have a BKB, so won't be taking magical damage from the Firefly. Era has Abyssal Blade, stuns up Scandal, so he has to try and get as far away from that fight as possible. Here's the Witch Doctor ulti with the Aghanims. Look at it go indeed. Massive amounts of damage, finds 1 kill, unfortunately not more. Era getting glimpsed back, and J4 going to successfully TP out, in fact. Scandal might go down here. Oh, just gets out. Now Roshan for Fnatic. So that little move from Fnatic with the Hani jumping in, then being sent back to base, it did work out in the end. I thought that maybe it would limit their capabilities. They lose 1 hero basically, so they're fighting 4v5. But he did so much damage to 2 heroes with that nice blink, Earth Spike, and Finger of Death AoE damage from the Aghanims that it did make it worth their while. And then Trixie, cannot be understated how much damage he does. Cheshire Cat looking for an opening there, blinking, force-staffing too far.
Oh, open wounds him, but can't quite get hold of him. Trixie gets glimpsed back. Fnatic really trying to make something happen here. PR really on defensive now. Here comes the army of Fnatic moving in. Love Studio Infest goes out.
Yeah,
Fortify is used.
This is the control that Fnatic have, and this is what I was saying before. PR have limited ways to get up into high ground, whereas Fnatic can just walk up there. They've got Era, they've got Trixie, they've got so much damage. They've got Sustain with the Witch Doctor heal and No-Tail with Hand of God. Hex out onto Hani, who's just jumping in once again. BKB forced on the Batrider, and here go the casks bouncing between Bat and the Disruptor.
Trixie's in trouble. Lasso on him. Not taking too much damage. He might get up, but no. Storm Spirit helps him go down. Fly's going back into base, thanks to Glimpse. Though, is he going to get up? Casket might. Nope, doesn't save him. Down goes the Witch Doctor. Storm Spirit wants in, though. No-Tail's next on the hit list. Fnatic taking 3 losses there, only getting a tier 3. What do you reckon of that?
That's really nice pickoffs. They lose a tier 3, they get some damage done to the racks, but that HP regen on the melee racks is going to mean it's going to be full HP in pretty much no time. And now they can push down mid lane. They've got top pushing naturally, so they might send 1 up there, maybe the Storm Spirit. In fact, maybe the Batrider, because he's got the boosted travel, of course, which it looks like they will do.
Yeah, I mean, PR might go for a push.
Korea delivering Shivas over to that Storm Spirit, and there's a Hex up on the Batrider as well.
That's a big pick up there. More disable, more stun, more slow. There we see Era and Honey just standing tall, getting ready to defend.
I'm just waiting to see this Aghanims on the Disruptor. Because if he gets that off onto Trixie, onto Lifestealer, onto at least 2 heroes, that means that Trixie's BKB is going to be useless. So they can get all this magic damage onto him from Storm, from Batrider, from the Nyx. That mana burn cannot be underestimated at the late stages of the game because it's a because it's a multiplier. Or is it 5? Yeah, 5 times multiplier on the intelligence of the hero. So that's going to do massive damage to Trixie.
It's not what he wants.
Look at how much intelligence he has. 157. 156 even. My math is awful. I added 1 to the 79 to make it 80 to make it easier for me, then I forgot to take it off afterwards.
It's okay, I won't judge you too much.
Oh, just
Fnatic back to full
judge
force.
me.
Yeah. Those famous treants coming out though, just doing a bit of defense work, stopping that push. I don't think there's too much that PR can do here right now though. I think they do need to back. All the lanes are pushed in except for bot lane. So Trix could get to work down there. And someone just got sent back to base, I think.
Yeah, they were trying it again with Hani, but he didn't want to blink in.
He didn't want to take that risk.
Because there's always the possibility that he blinks in as he's being sent back, and then they glimpse him, so he gets sent back and then back.
Yeah, so he goes back to base, then back in again. Yeah.
So they do have to be a little bit wary of that possibility.
Fnatic all there, pushing that top lane back out. And here comes the Batrider as well. On the top there, maybe going to try and look for a pick off.
Trixie having none of this anymore. He knows it's so dangerous for himself to be sitting out alone. 5,000 gold up on him, so he's got enough for buyback. In fact, now is the time where we really do want to look at these buyback statuses. No on the Batrider, no on the Lion. Nature's Prophet, Night Stalker and Storm do have them. But of course, Fnatic have defender's advantage.
Yep.
They have the shorter distance to travel when buying back after dying.
They certainly do. But I think maybe we're about to see something big up here on top lane.
Level 2 Aghanim's ulti up on Fly. Hani with Lifestealer infested inside of him. There goes the Dark Troll, going to spot out Moon possibly. Let's take a look at this vision here. I don't think they quite saw him, but here we go, the initiation. There's the ultimate from J4, going to silence up Hani. Does manage to get out of the AoE. Scandal blinking over the top. Trixie being picked off by the lasso. Moon dishing out the DPS. Do we see an escape here? Fly being glimpsed back. Really nice play there. Going to take down 2 for the price of 0. Tries to get the Maledict off while Casks are bouncing. But Fnatic find themselves in a sticky situation, trying to scout out PR. But nice loop from behind from J4, catching them off guard. Then they had the rest of the team following up here, forcing Fnatic on the retreat. But Glimpse is such a great skill when you're chasing people down. They try to TP out, they've got no chance to get away.
Certainly is. Also, you see notice as well during that team fight that Notel saving Honey's life there, of course, with the life stealer inside as well. They were stuck on that disruptor ult.
And Honey making a Dagon here. This is getting a little bit silly now. I mean, okay, single target burst, fair enough, but come on. Be serious, Hani. There's money on the line. You have to win this game. It's like I was saying. I would have loved to seen, you know, a Hex, maybe a BKB for himself. Then he can actually get his spells off. But
yeah,
he just wants to be some kind of
nuke.
Yeah, he's going to be a nuke. He's going to blink in, do all the damage, and then explode because the side of PR just nuke him off the face of the map. I mean, a bit of collateral damage there. FNG once again on the charge in his Vendetta, looking for someone to try and pick off. Maybe he can find Fly, who's sitting in the back. Looking towards a BKB, it seems.
Fnatic though, just pushing that mid lane down. The army of Fnatic is there. Here comes Furin as well.
They do have open racks, and PR are spread across the map. This could be good, could be bad for PR. If they find a nice opening with these two heroes here, and they come around from behind, it's going to come down to how well Fnatic group up, and look at that. Excellent positioning from them. Fly and Trixie on the back end of play. They've got their lockdown and nukes split up across the map. Trixie gets impaled, gets lassoed up. Cheshire Cat, though, taking plenty of damage from Era. There goes Shivas from Scandal, catching out Trixie. Trixie goes down. Does he have buyback? Yes, he does. There's a buyback, and he's going to TP back in, but Era taking damage from Moon, getting bashed up. That AC decreasing his armor so much. Hani, in fact,
coming behind, taking down that Storm Spirit as well. Tons of damage being done there.
And Nightstalker finds the kill on Chen. That Lifestealer got sent back to base though, so he's absolutely fine. Overall, pretty good trade. They managed. Oh, you know what happened?
What happened?
Trixie happened. While we were watching the fight, Trixie TP. You know, I was saying he bought back. I thought he would buy back and TP into the fight. He bought back, TP'd into lane, takes down both racks with his treants, whilst PR are chasing down his teammates. That is some ridiculous rat play right there.
Nice work there, though. Definitely worth the buyback, though, to get ourselves a set of racks.
Hani. What are you doing, Hani? Actually buys himself a TP scroll, interestingly enough. He has no slots for it. He might look towards buying travels or something, but TP scroll not going to be much use to him right now. And Era with that Manta style, we have seen it be a little useful, but it hasn't been an excellent item pickup for him. So something he's maybe just trying out. Cheese up onto Era as well, ×2 in fact.
I was going to say, sitting on 2 stacks of cheese.
Double cheese.
I didn't even know it was cheese stacked.
Yeah. But it comes back to a point I was making 20 minutes ago. PR have these items, where do they go now?
Yep.
Batrider is pretty much 6-slotted. He can't buy anything bigger. Trixie, nice BKB preemptively there. Lasso going to catch him out though. Cheshire Cat. Oh, that Abyssal Blade. Allowing Trixie to stay on the correct side of the chasm. Hani being silenced up. Nice disruptor ult. Here comes the next. Takes down Hani. 523 gold to them. Trixie dies. Oh, here comes Era trying to dish out the DPS. Fly going to go down to Moon. Era caught between a rock and a hard place. Going to have to try and infest into a creep. Just about does it, but he's going to die no matter what. Absolute team wipe there. PR cleaning up.
Really nice work there by PR. What's the buyback status like for Fnatic right now?
Let's take a quick look at that. We have buybacks on Hani and Lifestealer, but none on anybody else.
PR's got to make something happen here.
E-Blade picked up by the Disruptor.
Moon, there we go. Straight on there. Straight on the offensive as well. They've got to make something happen here. That was a big team fight for those guys.
Yeah, they lost mid-racks. Now let's see if they can take mid-racks of their own. But like I said, buyback is ready for those for the Lifestealer and the Lion. Although on their own, I don't think they can defend.
No, I agree with you completely there. Needs to get that group wave pushed up as soon as possible.
Witch Doctor is alive now. Doesn't have his ultimate for another 15 seconds or so.
And here comes the creeps.
Finally time to push up onto this tier 3. I think this is the first time we've seen PR really get up into this high ground. I mean, tier 3 on bot has taken a little bit of damage, but they never had a full 5-man aggressive play up high ground. That's going to be racks for them. Fortify was used on the tier 3. So nice trade there.
And off they go.
Now they have to try and get down to this bot lane. Oh wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 range creeps and 2 catapults wailing down on this tier 3 tower.
That's going to force a TP. There it is. Off they go.
It's just the pressure naturally created by that Nature's Prophet. Even if it happens 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes after he applies a little bit of pressure there. That's why a lot of people don't realize when you're sitting in a lane and you're trying to get last hits and denies, and let's say you're safe lane carry, and you're trying to hold the creep wave back. You don't need to spam attacks on the on your friendly creeps to try and hold the lane back. One attack could be enough just to give that bit of equilibrium shifted the other way.
Certainly does, and Fnatic smoking in there.
Honey blinking up at the Cheshire Cat. Nice double impale there. There goes the Dagon and the Finger of Death. But the Force Staff away is going to be absolutely perfect. Scandal trying to get away from this team fight. Disruptor ulti is in the midst of things. Cheshire Cat goes back in there, blinking onto Era. Lasso and Force Staff not enough to get him into that team fight with the rest of his teammates. But No Tail going to get picked off there. And so does Era, in fact. So once again, nice pickoffs. Trixie going to TP up to this top lane.
Honey's in trouble as well. FNG right behind him. Mana burn. He's literally got nothing right now. Ooh, Impale does miss. Spike, I should say.
He's got no chance to get away, though. Interesting glimpse, but he's going to die before it lands. And Batrider goes up to this top lane. Buys back. TP's up there. Stops this Nature's Prophet trying to take that rack sneakily.
Oh, he gave it a go, didn't he?
Roshan's alive. Is it time?
Look at trying to decide what's better to get Roshan or...
Did you see that drawing? They were doing this sort of pronged drawing on the map, try and push down 3 lanes at once. It seems they've decided to go for Roshan instead.
Simple as that. I guess Storm Spirit's going to pick that up.
He does have the spare slot. What are we looking for BKB timings here? It's time for Night Stalker to buy a new one, I think. Same with the Storm Spirit. They're both on 4 seconds each. Cheese, just going to sit there.
FNG's going to go and grab that.
Oh, he picks it up, uses it, gets to full mana, picks up his gem again.
Fair play.
And here's No Tail trying to keep up his creep army, which gets wiped every single fight.
Trixie, though, going to work on that bottom lane.
I desperately need him to, though. He needs to keep TPing to these lanes. He's got the Treants up on top applying pressure. He's got Treants on bot applying pressure. Once again, double catapult, 4 range creeps. The timing is impeccable. These waves are just massive for them, but in the dire base, they're going for tier 4s. They're going for kills. No Tail going to get picked off here. BKB's expended by PR, though.
There's not much they can do there. This is literally a base race here, folks. Looks like PR may have the advantage, though, taking down those T4s on the Ancient.
If they can take this all the way, definitely. Because they're taking down tier 4s, they leave Naked Throne, which is susceptible to smoke into the enemy base. But Trixie is doing the safe play, going for racks at bot, going for racks at top, and trying to allow his teammates to hold back. Oh, massive fight there for PR, taking down 3, taking down 4. Witch Doctor buying back. What can he do? Can we look at him go? Storm Spirit jumping across. Trixie TP's back to try and defend his base, but this is just not looking good for Fnatic. Era in the midst of things.
Going to have tons of damage. Uses the Chizo, comes back full health.
Do you see that Carapace from the Nyx stopping the Witch Doctor ulti just in time? Scandal going to go down, but he does have Aegis Immortal. Big impale there. Onto 2. Era going to be falling shortly afterwards as well.
There we go,
and this looks like GG for PR. Very well played. That last minute thing. 1 team fight and it's all done and dusted.
Changes just like that.
Trixie looked good. Pulling out the plays. Rat Dota on bot lane, top lane, mid lane, every lane you want. But it just wasn't enough for Fnatic. Trixie, well played, but even better play from Power Rangers.
Certainly was. Fantastic game there, folks. Fnatic versus Power Rangers there. Power Rangers coming out on top.
Oh, definitely. Let's take a quick look at the stats here. XP per minute, 491 I think on that Batrider is pretty damn high. That's the highest across the GPM 480 on the Batrider, 555 up on Trixie. What a surprise. Yeah. Maxing out the GPM there.
Really nice work there. Okay, folks, I know we're running a little bit over schedule right now, so we're literally going to run to a very, very quick break, and we're going to get ourselves into the next